Ladies and gentlemen, you are now tuned in to ESPRESS-O with LANLEEZE. This is episode 5. Decatur, Tennessee, Carlton, Airbnb. What do those have in common? Not much, really. LANLEEZE will explain that for you. Thank you for joining. I gave y'all vocals this time. What up? Welcome to another episode of ESPRESS-O with your boy LANLEEZE. And we are here. We are going. Man. So what the fuck has been going on? Yes, I'm gonna get this out of the way real quick because I really don't even really want to talk about it. But I have to say things so that I can let people know that don't worry about shit.
No.
And some of you motherfuckers is brainwashed. So first off, Trump is running again, or he announced it. And guess what? I don't give a fuck. No. You know why? Because it doesn't fucking matter. He either one is not even going to make it to 2024 because somebody going to lock his ass up.
Lock up.
Or he's just going to, he's not going to win. If he couldn't win 2020 and he lost by millions, then the supporters is getting even lower. All the candidates he endorsed for midterm lost. So I really just don't see it. And I don't know why anybody is even remotely getting worried because it doesn't fucking matter. It really doesn't.
No.
He's going to split the Republican Party in half and they're going to hate him forever. So the only way to stop him is to lock him up because he's ready to tear the Republicans apart. So just get your popcorn and chill. And all you motherfuckers that's in the comments, the black people specifically who think that Trump gave you money and they like, bring Trump back. Shut the fuck up. Half of y'all ain't do nothing productive with that goddamn money. Some of you motherfuckers put it to the side. I seen it. Second, Trump didn't give you the money directly either. He ain't your friend. He didn't want the checks to go out to begin with.
Dummy.
So, goddamn, like how the fuck y'all be losing your mind like this over a little government check? Then really you had to pay it back. They taxed the shit if you didn't.
Tax.
They're not just giving you fucking money.
Stupid.
God damn, y'all out here being dumb. I don't like that shit at all.
I don't like it.
Now, the real news is this fucking clip that I seen that I didn't know existed, and it's from 2009 of Alfonso. Y'all know him as Carlton. And I guess he was drunk or whatever. I don't know. Don't care. The shit is funny, but it also is just... it just shows basically, who he is. And before I even play this clip, because I'm going to play it for you. But before I play it, I'm gonna talk about this for a brief second because he says something about this in the video. But anyway, my wife is white. Okay. Now, I know that some of y'all who heard that is like, okay, what does it matter? And there's another group of y'all that's like, yeah, you like white girls.
Shut up.
Let's start with something for real. I'm only speaking for myself. First and foremost, I don't actively seek out another race of woman when I was looking for someone to be with. I was not being like, I got to get a white girl or I need a white girl. It had nothing to do with that. I am a connection driven person. If it's a good connection and you think you can live with this person and y'all got some similar things, you don't have to be exactly the same, and then I let it ride and see where it go. And I let it ride with all the women I was with before my wife, and I let it go. And as you can see, the others didn't end up anywhere.
Bye.
And if you're wondering, the previous women were not white. But it also didn't have nothing to do with that. That's what y'all fail to realize, and that's why so many people fucking unhappy right now. Because you seeking out all these specifics, whether it be race or fucking somebody got money or they got this. Like, it's always, y'all got too much going on other than just figuring out the goddamn connection. And if you got that, then you can discuss more on other things. And if they're two different things, then go your separate ways. But if it's not, then move forward.
Go.
So here we are today. We've been together for over 14 years.
Damn.
And we've watched relationships crumble. We've watched people say they unhappy. Even right now in the fucking atmosphere, relationships just seem damn near impossible according to the internet right now. But I know exactly why that shit fucked up. It got a lot to do with the internet too, but also because people just be wanting all type of shit and just not being okay with starting things and seeing where things go and all this shit. Then you're like, oh no, I only want to date this type of person. Y'all don't have no open mind. So there you go. There you fucking go. There's your problem. Ain't no open minds. So you're gonna be unhappy until you change. Now, with all that being said, I have to play this clip because it's fucking hilarious, because this is who people think that I am. Or at least I feel like people think this is who I am just because my wife is white. But I never gave a fuck, obviously, because I'm still with her, And we talk about shit like that. We talk about, are my friends, because you gotta learn yourself. And we always like, do I have any white friends or do I have black friends only? And who does she hang around? Like, and she's an actual white girl. She's not out here acting like, ain't no slang and no shit getting done and ain't no BBLs and none of that shit.
Nah.
Just 100% real Caucasian.
Caucasity.
And also for those wondering, nope, never a Trump supporter. None of that in her bone. Fucking nicest woman you ever meet. Fuck you for thinking otherwise. Fuck you for anything in your head that you thinking that I like this, blah, blah. You don't fucking know me. I'm a everything dude. I'm a Renaissance man. I'm a 5-star man. You understand? So, anyway, but y'all gotta hear this clip. Let's go.
Hey, listen, don't with me, cause there's some hot white out here tonight. Okay, now. Hey, Alfonso. Now I gotta say, listen, I have been known to some white girls in my lifetime. Yeah, come on, Alfonso. Okay, now I have spent my life on some TMZ. Yes. And every time you see me in a club, guess who I walk out with? Who? A lovely blonde white chick. Yeah. Just like every motherfucking time. I think you full of shit, motherfucker. And I can take you better when I take them home or come home. Come on now. I break them out. Come on.
What the fuck going on, bro? Oh my God. If y'all ever think that is like, this man said, take a white girl home, I'll take a white girl home. That ain't me. I promise you, that ain't me.
Boy.
I love people. I love my black people. I love black women. I love women, man. This ain't got... No, I just wanted a supportive woman who was nice and fucking... And we can travel and eat and do what we do. And you know what I mean? That's all you need. That's all y'all need to be looking for. But some of y'all just got too many motherfucking things. Too many things. Just let it be natural. And then it'll happen. But... Man, that boy Carlton. God damn. Crazy thing about that whole bit is that even though he might have been intoxicated or whatever, he was serious. That boy was dead fucking serious. Oh, man. As drunk as any of y'all has saw me, I ain't never even faked the song like that. I take a white girl home. Oh, man. Anyway, you know what I saw right before this shit? It was old shit. It was from a couple weeks ago or whatever, but I know all y'all done use Airbnbs and shit and how that shit used to be fire in the beginning, but now they was doing all this other dumb shit and extra fees and they charge you $1,000 for the dumb shit. Now Airbnb has taken away the trash charging the cleanup fee, I believe. Wait, let me look this up because I ain't seen this in a minute. So okay, so they didn't get rid of cleaning fees. They said 45% of the Airbnbs don't do fees anymore, and then they're trying to justify the fucking prices and all that dumb shit. You know, it's all fucking stupid. People also calling them out about the damn tasks they ask people to do before you leave. Can you strip the bed? Can you do all this shit? You like, look, bitch, I didn't come to do chores, okay? They talking about 45% don't charge a cleaning fee. And it's supposed to be, the fee is on average less than 10% of the total cost, but people was charging like 29% of the cost. And you like, what? Huh? Like, what the fuck? Everybody know that Airbnbs is somebody else's property. So I know, at least I can really only speak for myself, but me and my wife used to clean the shit up before we leave. Like, don't charge me no goddamn cleaning fee. That shit gonna be left exactly how it was. If it's a hotel, that's one thing. Y'all got a whole goddamn staff dedicated to that shit. So I don't have to clean shit there. But Airbnb, y'all overcharging for everything now. Motherfuckers want you to pay for shit and not even give you the greatest experience. You know, me and my wife own a business together where we do private dinners and catering and whatnot, called Penny Patch. You can go to the website right now if you want to, pennypatch.me.
Click it.
And you can see all the shit we do, services, and we do all like kind of cook. But anyway, we did a wedding last year in Tennessee. My brother, my wife, and a homie of mine, Kent, who I mentioned on this podcast before. We went over there, and this wedding was in Decatur, Tennessee.
MAGA.
Which Decatur, Tennessee is it's a Trumpy town.
MAGA.
It's all Trumpy type people. So we kind of knew what we were getting into and everything, but we found an Airbnb out there for a decent price. It had a bunch of rooms, and we was like, cool. And they always keep saying rustic and all this shit. But we get in there, and somebody was like, oh, I saw a fucking mouse run through. And then I'm like, okay. So I politely let the motherfuckers know, like, hey, just so you know, we did see a mouse. And blah blah blah, and they just kind of played it off like, well, you're in a fucking rustic place. So I'm like, bitch, nobody wants to be somewhere where goddamn rodents are running around. Don't tell me this shit is rustic and all this dumb shit. Rustic don't mean fucked up, because that wasn't even the only thing. The motherfucking front door had a shit ton of bugs on it. I took pictures of that shit and everything, but I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
Seriously?
And then they sent me a message back that was essentially rude, and I didn't respond back rudely because we truly didn't have nowhere else to stay, and we had to do this fucking wedding for the entire weekend, which is a whole nother story. But these motherfuckers text back saying something like, well, this is what you're gonna get in a rustic house. we are not a hotel. And if you, what she say? She said something like, if you want to be, if you want 5-star service, go to a hotel. I'm like, bitch, what the fuck was that? That shit really pissed me off. Then it pissed me off more that I couldn't get in touch with nobody above them really with Airbnb. Cause I still want all my fucking money back. Cause that shit was ridiculous. So you had us sleeping in bugs and rodents.
What?
And try to tell me it's because the house is motherfucking rustic.
What?
Like, get the fuck out of here. That was one of the worst. Oh shit. That was one of the worst Airbnb experience for sure. Like, I'm not even trying to fucking. I stopped using them after a while for that. And the only reason I was being nice was because I try to, you know, with Airbnb, you try to keep this shit, your options open so that you can have another one, because they will rate your ass too. One slick thing. One time, this one dude, we left a motherfucking house pristine and then forgot a towel or something when we was in Las Vegas. And he writes a review about us and he's like, oh, they were very clean and blah, blah, blah. They left the towel. I'm like, bitch, leave that shit out of it. It was one little towel. So now you're going to make my chances of renting another fucking Airbnb slim.
Damn.
Like, these motherfuckers have lost their goddamn mind. And then all the people who own Airbnbs act like now they got it. So they big business people. Like, bitch, it's your house. You ain't there. Okay? I'm renting this shit and I'm going to clean it.
I'm an adult.
You know, you live and learn doing all these, you know, when you're doing small business, because that's basically what we were doing. You know, our business is still small now. We actually got to cook on Thanksgiving for some people, do some meal preps and do it in-the-home dining. And, you know, you live and you learn. And we definitely learned from that. I learned from bitch ass Airbnb, but the problem with what we had to do, technically, we drove from Atlanta to Tennessee, so we had to get an Airbnb. We had so much shit to bring. And the size of the Airbnb worked out. A hotel just wouldn't have fucking sufficed for us. But I say all that to say, fuck you, Airbnb. Thanks for getting rid of the cleaning fee, if that's fucking true. But y'all still got some fucking fixing to do, because I know y'all losing money. You gotta be. There's no fucking way you not losing money, because the shit started off so great.
It was good.
So, yeah, those motherfuckers are fucked, and I don't like it.
Nope.
Not to mention, I forgot that in the fucking Airbnb, they had a whole room just full of trash from the previous people that stayed there. Now, this room was kind of like a sunroom. It was outside or whatever. And we had asked them, like, what's up with this trash or whatever? And they said something like, we don't have a trash company, but somebody's supposed to come get it. But I'm just like, okay, then who the fuck is going to get it? Nobody fucking came and got it. Like, what the fuck? Like, and then they're like, just put your trash in there too. So I'm like, so now we got to open this room that smells fucking horrible and then put our trash in the motherfucker too. Like, that whole experience was stupid as fuck. And because of this whole rating system, it kind of had me in a bind. Like, damn, do I fucking go off? Because that's what the fuck I want to do. I want to talk to somebody higher. I still do. God damn, I do.
Run my money back, bitch.
But yeah, anyway, that shit was fucking dumb. Moving on. I saw this thing about these old Nickelodeon shows. First off, the old Nickelodeon shows are goated.
The GOAT.
If y'all don't remember, they had something for everybody too. You know, all that was multiracial. I know some of y'all probably don't even remember Taina, the Latin show. I told y'all already about My Brother and Me. That was my shit. But yeah, man, it just brought me back because I was thinking about them shows and I was like, oh, we really watched them shows. Them shits was good. And like the new shows, of course, I don't watch them now because I'm a fucking grown man. But also, I still do watch other shit. I still watch cartoons, all that shit. Adult cartoons, sometimes old ones. Some of the new ones is trash, but like, you know, some of the ones that's somewhat new that came out in recent years, like Regular Show and Adventure Time and shit, them shits are fire. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. But as far as these Nickelodeon shows, the iCarlys and all that shit, I know that's a whole nother generation and they like them shits too. But, you know, I seen bits and pieces of those episodes, but still, to me, and this could just be me talking about my generation and all that shit, but to me,
To you.
those 90s shows were better as a whole, you know? So, but yeah, I miss them classic Nickelodeon shows, and luckily you can watch it on Paramount Plus. Go ahead and download that app and give us your goddamn money because we all got streaming services now.
Buy it.
Fucking bitches. I'm so over that streaming shit. Remember they said we were supposed to I think Netflix whole thing was you get once you get Netflix, you ain't gotta fucking get, you know, cable and all this shit. I'm like, boy, motherfuckers got about 10 different accounts with shit because y'all all tried to get the goddamn money. And I'm tired of trying to just be a consumer.
Don't buy shit.
Some people is stuck in that mentality, which is the same shit I was saying about how motherfuckers are infatuated with the material things. Like, get the fuck out of this consumer mindset. I mean, seriously, we gonna be consumers, but oh man, I'm tired of these motherfuckers having everybody in a chokehold. It's very easy to change this shit around. As you can see with the results of the fucking midterm, we got more power than you motherfuckers think. Like, we are out here. We can do this. But y'all choose not to.
We can do it.
Saw Black Panther. And y'all already know I was ready for it. And here we go. Movie review. Movie review time. I loved it. I do think in a lot of ways it was better than the first one. The whole thing about you know what? I'm not even going to talk about it too much because I know a lot of people still haven't seen it. And I'm not a spoiler, but I just know that it had just so many points and underlying things that you really got to kind of pay attention to. They did a real good job on the whole Aztec thing with Namor and the Atlantis underwater community. That shit was fire though. But that whole movie was good and long, but it didn't really matter because all of that shit made sense to me. I'm not an idiot. Go see the shit. Shit was fire. It was the end of Phase 4 and Marvel. And the next movies that's gonna come out after that, oh, we into the motherfucking multiverse. So shit about to get real wild. We gonna get to see Kang the Conqueror and that shit. If y'all don't know who he is, look him up in the comics. But the dude playing him,
Who that?
what's his name? Let me look up his name real quick. Fucking let me see. What the fuck? This man is in a lot of shit too. Nathaniel, is this him? Oh, Nathaniel Richards is Kang's name. I'm like, hell no.
Stupid ass boy.
Jonathan Majors. This motherfucker, Jonathan Majors, is a fantastic actor, and he is in a lot of shit. But him and Loki as Kang, they didn't call him Kang and Loki, but man, that boy Jonathan Majors is he's pretty amazing.
Oh yeah.
And can't wait to see what happens with the rest of the films. I was testing the mic right there. But yeah, I can't wait to see what happens with the rest of the films. I'm ready for Marvel.
Let's go.
You know what I realized the other day, and this really ain't no recent realization. It's kind of the obvious, but the female rappers of now are better than the guys. Well, let's say this. The female rappers are putting out better music right now.
Okay.
Period. They've always been good and all that shit, but with all the violent shit and all the other shit going on and all these rappers dying, women are just being bad bitches on music, making music for fun, you know? Which is, and they snapping, a lot of them. A whole lot. Honestly, too many to name at this point because I done seen so many new female rappers and they all got different flows and different styles. And I mean, that's what the fuck we need to be on. Meanwhile, dudes is just dying because they want all this clout and trying to create ops and all this dumb shit. And, you know, protecting a neighborhood that don't even fucking care about you. Like, we got to get past that shit. These girls out here they really doing exactly what y'all need to be doing. And that shit just sad. Well, it's sad as far as the rappers dying and shit. Not sad that girls are doing this because we love that. I want more. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
We want more. It's tough sometimes on these podcasts because you got to motherfucking make sure you saying the right shit. And some people just don't give a fuck. I care. I guess that can be depression and anxiety. Or I don't know. Anxiety in general, not depression, but you know what I'm saying. Caring about what other motherfuckers think, because at the end of the day, you'll see a lot of people, especially successful people, they'll get to a point and be like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks. It took me a long time to get to that point, but you know, it's probably why I admire that with other people. Same with, you know, anybody. I'm sure you admire something from somebody else because you might feel like you are not that. And you like that they are that. And I get that most of the time. But, you know, that's why you got to not care, really. You got to, because that shit will fuck up your focus on anything. Shit, anxiety and depression fuck your focus up anyway on regular daily life shit. I know sometimes I used to go through so many times where I'm not watching anything new because and if you look this up, they'll tell you this is all anxiety and all that shit because your brain is comfortable watching something that you've already seen a billion times because you know what's going to happen. But it's hard for you to start something new. You just anxious. Your brain, you all over the place. And I know that's kind of, I had to look that up because I know that's kind of what I've been going through a little lately because I've been missing so many shows. Everybody been yelling at me about Atlanta, still ain't finished that. And what the fuck else do I need to watch? Oh, it's some new movies I want to see too, for sure. You know, made it to go see Black Panther, of course, but that was like a pre-bought the ticket and all that shit. But, you know, and my anxiety, you know, it just come from me. I got so many ideas and so many things I want to do. And, you know, not to mention, I think some of us will get to a point where we all feel like we should have been somewhere by now or whatever. And I felt like that a lot of times. But you got to keep telling yourself everybody got their own path. Sometimes shit don't happen till you younger. Till you older. Sometimes shit happens overnight. I mean, this is a very random planet. So, I mean, some things we know, but you know what I mean? Like, some things just might not happen, and I really had to tell myself that. But But one thing I do know is that consistency always pays off. So you got to stay consistent with everything. And that's at least what I'm trying to do. And I'm trying to do it right here, right now, on the goddamn podcast we call ESPRESS-O. I'm just trying to wake you up, y'all. I'm just trying to wake you up.
No coffee needed.
I had saw something that came on the internet across my feed while I was perusing. And it was a clip from the show To Catch a Predator. And I know a lot of you know what that show is. For those who don't, is it was Chris Hansen, I believe was his name. And he basically was catching child predators who was trying to meet up with young people online for sex or whatever. And they had had the motherfucker on camera. And the person would show up and they'd be like, the younger person would be like, oh, let me go do this real quick. And then fucking Chris Hansen come out of nowhere like, oh, you was trying to fuck a kid, right?
Got him.
And then they get his ass like, no, what? No. And then they try to leave, and then the goddamn cops get him.
Gotcha.
And then I got to wondering, why did they cancel this damn show? Because if not, if anything, that shit's needed more now than ever. Because we got politicians out here projecting and saying all these things, but I'm like, they always project the shit that they're doing. Literally. Everything that they say is that they say other people are doing is the shit that they are doing.
Yeah.
Like, this is not a fucking joke. That is exactly what the fuck they be doing. And I was just like, damn, man, that fucking sucks. This show should have been, damn sure should have been on. And I didn't look up why I got canceled yet, but I saw a comment and I was like, well, damn. Someone said they probably canceled the shit because it got a little too close to home.
Got scared, didn't you?
Imagine that. Now that's wild. Motherfucker getting scared. And I can only think that that's true. But let me see if I can look that shit up. Let me see. Okay, look. So it says the show was canceled in 2008 following the suicide of District Attorney Louis Conrad as police attempted to serve him with a search warrant after he had been caught talking to and exchanging pictures with a perverted justice volunteer posing as a 13-year-old boy.
Gross.
So a district attorney was caught and he committed suicide. So they stopped the show. Probably should have kept the show going. They just got mad that they got caught. And I'm sure it was embarrassing for them because they just didn't think they were going to get caught. So that still sounds like a little too close to home to me. District attorneys and all that shit. And they had questions and then someone probably up top was like, what if they fucking find out about me? I gotta stop this shit. And they ended it that quick. So, damn. Another good show that was needed for the public gone. No! Yeah, that shit sucks. Because it's definitely needed now. I would love to start another one just for fucking politicians. I'll do that shit all day. Whoever want to do that shit with me, let's fucking find out how we can do this shit because I will start a whole ass. You could just do it as a podcast before I record it. Because this all can be done over the phone too. These motherfuckers are creepers. They want little young butts. So that's what it is. Man, people really be hiding shit deep. And, it's okay. I mean, unless it's some shit that's I mean, you know, people act strange too because the shit they're hiding, it must be that bad, and it's eating them alive inside. But you gotta watch these people, man. You gotta watch everybody. Speaking of watching, I'm gonna tell you something you have to watch that's a little more funny and not predatorial. Fucking Drewski on the internet got this show called Could Have Been Records, and a lot of people don't get it. Some people do, but basically this is like the best internet show ever because it's only on his Instagram Live. He don't have to do nothing else because the whole idea, the whole joke is it's called Could Have Been Records. You could have been with us. You could have been famous. He is acting like a big time record exec who basically has shitty deals but doesn't give a fuck about it or about you. He just trying to use you to get the money. So essentially like a weird version of Suge Knight. But when I tell you that shit is hilarious, please take a look at that. Hopefully he does make a real show about that because I got an idea for it, and I know that shit would be fire because I'm fire. Yeah. You know? But yeah, y'all gotta watch that shit. Watching a ton of comedy on the internet all the time. There's so many good comedians, and guess where a lot of them coming from? Atlanta. Most of them coming from Atlanta. I've seen a lot of them as well coming from New York. Atlanta and New York must have the funniest people. Atlanta always had the funniest people to me anyway. Because motherfucker will roast you here quick. Roasting is a part of Atlanta culture. Like, that is what it is. And motherfuckers is funny. Let's get back to that.
Let's do that.
Let's stop breaking in cars and start roasting. Because that shit getting fucking out of hand right now. Over that shit. Breaking in motherfucking cars, man. These motherfuckers be breaking in cars and on scooters and shit. I've seen all these surveillance tapes, and I'm like, I see how y'all motherfuckers is doing this shit. And it's quick with the scooter because you got your little shit to pop the window or whatever. Bam, pop that shit, hop in, hop on the scooter, we out, go over there. Like, it's too easy. Too easy. Some of y'all don't get that, but yeah. That shit is too easy. And we're stuck with Kemp. So your car is going to keep getting broken into. Ha ha! Moving on. I mean, that shit going to happen anyway regardless. So, do you know I had to fucking get on Facebook? Listen. I can't stand Facebook now. When we were younger, we wanted to get on that because I had MySpace. And first off, the only reason I ever got on social media was for the simple fact of you could fucking have free promotion. And I mean, you can't beat that shit. Didn't have to pay for anything. I could post my music, photos, all that shit. Now every now and then I post personal stuff, but most of it just be like funny and the things I'm doing, like the podcast and all that shit. Because honestly, I don't know. Anyway, I had to get on Facebook, and that's the thing. I can see how shit keep changing over the years too. It went from Facebook to then people migrated to Instagram, and then some of them people just stayed on Facebook, and then people migrated from Instagram to TikTok and Snapchat and all that shit. But you know, I'm on all that shit. Facebook, I absolutely despise though, but I went back because I was trying to promote for this podcast, and I'm trying to cover as many free areas as I can. But one reason I hate Facebook is because that shit just, some of the people who stayed on there and didn't go and don't go through Instagram and all that shit, it just, I don't know. It's a whole nother thing. Plus, there was way too much fucking false information going on there. And I definitely think that shit had a lot to do with getting Trump elected and all the fucking January 6th, all that shit. Facebook got everything to do with that because they were really it's just a bunch of misinformation. Then people arguing over dumb shit. Then it used to be these motherfucking paragraph long statuses and stories and shit. And a lot of people were just like, okay, I don't know. It's weird too when I go back on it because it's almost like, I don't know, this is a whole nother world. Instagram is a little more, Instagram is entertaining, and I think people are on it just because of the habit of it, really. But you really got to make sure that you watch yourself. Just, watch what you're looking at and how much you're looking at, because all that shit is in your face nonstop. Then there's TikTok, which is absolutely hilarious. TikTok got some shit for you. It's great promotion. This is why people blowing up so fast. But honestly, that's why people's not wanting to work and shit. And I'm talking about all ages. Everybody, if you think TikTok is just about dancing, then that's where you fucked up. Because it ain't. It's so much more. I wish they would regulate certain things, but other than that, that shit is fucking entertaining, and I'm on all that shit. But I had to revisit all that shit just because I'm trying to promote for this. Trying to stay consistent, trying to stay steady, and that's what the fuck we gonna do, But yeah, I mean, Facebook sucks. And that's why fucking Meta is failing. That whole Meta shit he got, the metaverse, because nobody wants to be in that shit. It's a whole nother world, but guess what? You know what the real fucking metaverse is? Grand Theft Auto 5. When I tell you, y'all think I'm fucking playing. They got role playing where you can actually be in the game like real life. But then on top of that, regardless of the role play version, people just in there. You talking to people, you meeting up with people, you going to meets. They had motherfucking Takeoff funeral in that motherfucker. In the game. Soulja Boy be in the motherfucking studio. T Grizzly told me he make it. Not told me. I don't know that motherfucker. He was on an interview. But T Grizzly told someone he was making like 30 grand a month off of just playing Grand Theft Auto.
Damn.
I'm like, well, shit.
Goddamn.
I'm failing.
Fuck.
And I actually haven't even been on Grand Theft Auto in a minute, and I really need to get on there because I will start streaming because I did a little research. And if you go on that motherfucker right now on Twitch, it's going to say like 100,000 people is watching it now. Watching. I'm like, viewers. But the game is entertaining, and it only got bigger, and that's why everybody waiting for GTA 6, because that shit is about to smash motherfucking records. The shit's about to be fire. But yeah, fuck the metaverse. That shit is garbage. But as you can see, a whole lot of money to be made in everything from fucking playing video games, from just posting random shit. The motherfucker on TikTok that I think is I forget his name. I think it's K Baby or something like that. But that motherfucker, he said he was getting like, I don't want to fuck the numbers up, but it was something 100,000 a post or 75,000 a post, I think. And I'm like, bruh, this man don't even open his goddamn mouth. Ain't that crazy? He really doesn't open his mouth. He does not say anything. Oh man, that is the wonders of TikTok. But one thing I noticed from that shit is that consistency pays off, and that is what everybody should know. So y'all wanna just come back, man. I'll be here again next week. Let's see what the fuck happens on this TV show that we're living called Planet Earth. Save this, and I'm out. We'll be back.